This gospel passage from the Gospel of Luke in chapter 4 is a very interesting passage. It marks the beginning of Jesus' ministry. It is quite inspiring to see that the text is giving to him in that synagogue in Nazareth, a moment in which God intervenes in human history in order to bring God's presence amidst the people, and to transform their lives in ways in which they cannot even imagine. Jesus begins his formal ministry among the people of Nazareth, his own town. He wants to demonstrate, I am the son of the carpenter, I am the son of Mary, but yet I have come to bring good news to the people. I have come to transform, people's lives by offering my own life so that they have a better life, an abundant life. I myself come from a town just outside Nazareth, and I do remember quite vividly this passage, which is inscripted actually behind the altar of Christ Church in Nazareth. And I actually was ordained as a deacon in that church. And I remember kneeling down and looking at the altar. I could just imagine these words that Jesus has read from the passage of the prophecy of Isaiah. And I would ask myself, how can I be in that situation so that I can bring to the people such good news? How can I be among those who are imprisoned, those who are sick, those who are in captivity? And it is quite a wonderful experience, spiritual experience and encounter to think about my own ministry in the light of Jesus's. It is important that looking at that passage for me personally, to say that when I am filled and I feel filled with the Holy Spirit, I know that, the mission that is entrusted to me as a person, it is not only for myself or for my family, but I am being sent out to the world, to all those who are poor, disadvantaged, those who are on the margins of society, those who are discriminated against. Belonging is also about caring, being compassionate, pouring out oneself, for the sake of others whom we serve. So it's a reciprocal thing. It's all about giving and receiving. In the light of the situation that we find ourselves in, whether the economy, whether it is the politics, we feel that our institutions are not only like a beacon of hope, but also they are like shelters and refuge for people who are deprived from their basic human rights for education and healthcare, and they find solace, and they find comfort, and they find sense of belonging, even though these institutions represent a different religion. We believe deeply that the ministry that is entrusted to us derives from one important thing, and that is the person of Jesus Christ, who is the teacher and the healer. And out of that conviction and that ethos comes that wonderful ministry of schools, rehabilitation centers, as well as hospitals, in order to embody the ministry of healing and education and reaching out deep and wide within the community in order to bring about transformation and also to have such wonderful good news to the people, especially those who are disadvantaged within our community. What matters most is that how do we see ourselves as a church here contributing to the wider life in which we find ourselves in? These institutions that we have within the diocese are our means and outreach into the community. They are in one way ministry and service to the people in the wider community, but at the same time, it is really about ourselves and our mission as Christians to share the love of God and the love of Christ to people around us.